In Georgia, near the military base in the village of Disfeli, an attack aircraft Su-25 crashed. This incident occurred during planned military exercises with an aviation component. The crashed plane successfully passed a technical inspection before the flight. The Ministry of Defense of Georgia reported that the pilot of the Defense Forces Kokabir Zurabashvili died during the accident. His body was found and taken to the morgue. The tragic incident shook the whole country because it happened during a routine exercise where all the procedures were carried out according to the requirements. At the site of the crash of the Su-25 plane, investigative actions continued throughout the night on an area of several hectares. The Ministry of Defense of Georgia reported that parts of the plane have already been identified and a black box has been found. The pilot's body was sent to the morgue for further investigation into the causes of the tragedy. In connection with the incident, an investigation into the violation of safety rules during the flight of a military aircraft was launched. The preliminary data of the investigation indicate that the plane underwent a full inspection before the flight in accordance with the requirements of the technical documentation. Pre-flight training was also carried out and all procedures stipulated by the regulations were followed. We will remind you that in 2020, Georgia started a program to modernize Su-25 attack aircraft. The agreement provided for the modernization and overhaul of the aircraft, which is an important step in the restoration of the country's aviation power. The Ministry of Defense of Georgia is actively working on the modernization of the Air Force, including the restoration and modernization of Su-25 attack aircraft, Mi-24 and UH-1 helicopters. In 2021, for modernized Su-25 attack aircraft successfully passed tests in Georgia. As of 2021, the country had 13 Su-25 attack aircraft, including Su-25KM and Su-25UB modifications. This modernization allows Georgia to maintain its defense capability at a high level and provide effective support to ground operations. The Ministry of Defense of Georgia emphasizes the importance of modernization and renewal of military equipment to ensure the security of the country. Restoration and improvement of Su-25 attack aircraft is part of the strategic plan to strengthen the Air Force of Georgia. This allows the country to be ready for the challenges facing it and to respond effectively to any threats. Modern combat operations require high-tech equipment and qualified personnel. Therefore, the modernization of aviation equipment is an important aspect in ensuring the combat capability of the armed forces. It is important to note that modernized aircraft have increased efficiency and reliability, which is critical in combat conditions. In addition to Su-25 attack aircraft, the Ministry of Defense of Georgia is also working on the modernization of other aviation platforms. This includes the recovery of Mi-24 helicopters, which are an important element in providing air support for ground operations, and UH-1 helicopters, which are used for a variety of tasks, including medical evacuation and transport operations. Modernization of military equipment is part of a comprehensive approach to strengthening the country's defense capabilities. This includes not only updating aviation platforms, but also training personnel, improving tactics and strategies for conducting combat operations. The Ministry of Defense of Georgia is actively working on these areas to ensure the most efficient use of available resources. Thus, the tragic incident with the Su-25 aircraft emphasizes the importance of safety during flights and the need for continuous improvement of techniques and procedures. The Ministry of Defense of Georgia continues to work on improving flight safety and modernizing aviation equipment to ensure reliable defense of the country and protection of its citizens. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel.